Oh, well, I haven't really seen a lot of this since I last went fishing, to be fair, back in the spring, and probably my rods have still got the old baits on it, but what I need to do is to strip everything out because, you know, we all take too much tackle, and now my circumstances have changed. I've just had a little baby boy who's in there at the moment sleeping, so I've only got a few minutes just to come in and get my stuff out. So I'm going to take the opportunity, but I'm going to take all my bits out and just strip everything down to the bare minimum because can't go night fishing, not really. Early mornings have got to be available for the baby, and the only chance I'm going to get is probably in the day, maybe an hour slot here and there. So with that in mind, I've got to take all this stuff out which is not needed, all my cooking kit, take my bed chair out. I ain't going to see that till probably the autumn, but leave in a couple of rods, floater fishing, bottom bait fishing, you know, that sort of stuff. So right, I get this in the house, get it tucked away. I'm back on baby duty. Well, this is the reason for life being turned upside down, for the better, I might add. This is our little baby boy, hasn't got a name yet, although my suggestion of Baron has been chucked out, unfortunately, at an early stage, so we're still thinking, still deciding. But yeah, here he is. He's just had a feed. I'm just trying to get a burp out of him, which is not coming at the moment. Come on, mate, he's absolutely drunk on milk, it looks like. So yeah, anyone who's had a newborn will know the trials and tribulations of the first sort of 6 to 7 weeks. It's crazy, just absolutely sleep deprived. Obviously lots and lots of stuff going on. Mum's knackered, but yeah, we're getting through it. And yeah, as he's getting bigger, hopefully it's going to get a little bit easier. But I'm just going to come off my maternity leave in the next couple of days, and yeah, although I'll be going back to work, I'll still be very much heavily involved back here, doing bits and pieces. But I may get a little window as well, which would be nice. I've got a management meeting at Baitworks next week, and looking at the weather, it's going to get nice and warm. And I reckon I could pinch an hour in between the meeting and coming home. So that's just what I'm going to do. Hopefully get out for an hour. All the tackle's been refined down, so if I see an opportunity, I'll be on it. And who knows what happened. But in the meantime, this fella looks like he needs a bit of sleep. So I'll go and put him down. Come on. There we go.
Hey! Congratulations, mate.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
How does it feel being back to work?
Strange, actually, coming back in after a few weeks, but it's nice.
Yeah, you getting much sleep?
Not really.
No?
Not really, no. It's pretty, well, you know what it's like. Pretty hectic, everything's upside down, but it's nice to come back, actually, and see everyone. So.
Yeah, nice to have you back, mate. Clearly the washing isn't going too well.
No.
What's happening? Have you run out of...
Oh, mate, it's boiling today, and you're sort of living in pyjamas and sweatpants, aren't you, with kids and that? So yeah, nice to put on a pair of shorts and come in.
Mate, let's go and have a cup of tea. Missed ya.
Yeah, let's go.
Hang on. I've got something to ask you. Go on. Is Mark Bryan ever going to catch another carp like the one behind you here?
Oh, maybe not as big as that, but maybe one day.
Yeah, I thought you were sort of semi-retired now, mate, with 2 kids. Am I going to need to put a post on Facebook for sale all your fishing kit?
Mate, I've still got a little bit of kit in there, and what's more, I know we've got a little management meeting in a second, but on the way back I'm going to stop in the lake and maybe have a little go. So who knows?
Today?
Who knows? Yeah.
That's why you're dressed like that.
It's like 25 degrees.
I like it, mate. Yeah. I like it.
Got to be worth a go anyway.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Stacey? What's your verdict? What do you think of the fashion?
Hey, nothing wrong with my fashion. Well, I'm getting a kettle. Right, it's nice to sit down and have a cup of tea. It feels like I haven't had one for ages. And hey, what's more, look, my trusty old grey, that hasn't gone down. Good to see. Have a nice decaf, all grey. Take the weight off my feet. Lovely. Oh, it's been a long time coming. Well, this is where some real work's going to be going on. We've got to go through loads of bits and pieces, budgets and that. Yeah, on a lovely day like today. But I've got my tea, just wait for the rest of the guys to turn up, and then hopefully get this wrapped up and get off and maybe sneak a bit of fishing this afternoon, because it is so warm and those fish are going to be everywhere. But for now, lovely to enjoy a drop of this again, that's for sure.
You've got a bit of a pace on, I can't keep up.
That's for sure as well. Well, there's a few, but I'm not exactly dressed for the occasion. Just come straight out of work. Got my old new Crocs on. Hopefully give them a christen with a fish. But who cares what you look like? There's fish to be caught. So I'm going to go and grab a rod and come back pretty sharpish, because I've only got 20-30 minutes, something like that, not long. There's definitely a few about.
Hey, keep up. His brisk walk has turned into a gentle jog. You can sense this. Oh, nice, nice. Somebody's excited. When was the last time you had them out?
Oh, a little while ago, to be fair, but everything's stripped down, so it's pretty much ready to go, which is great. So all I've got to do is grab a couple of bits and get running there, because one thing I have learnt, that window of opportunity is very, very small. So they're there at the moment, they could easily drift off and I haven't got long. So grab one of these and I'll grab a floater rod just in case, a looking mat, handful of bait, that's it, job done. So right, let's get over there sharpish.
Not going to just burst into a run again, are you?
I feel like jogging. I feel like a sprint.
A steady plod, composure is the
Warm,
key.
mate, isn't it? It's bloody warm. Yeah, these fish haven't spawned yet, but they're probably, I don't know, a week away, something like that. Who knows? But certainly a few good ones that I've just seen, which is great. They all look good and healthy, so fingers crossed we can meet one of them. Oh, la la. Getting the bait in, isn't it? They're there and they're in like 12 inches of water, but you know, you get a bit of bait down there and you can't resist it, and they always want to come back, so that's always the good thing. But yeah, getting this bait in is going to be tricky. Right, there's fish there, so I've got to try and get this rod in without spooking them. There's one there right now, so I can't get it in now. It's so murky down there. They've cleared up most of the pellet, I think, that I've put in. Yeah, he's right there now. They're here. They just know. They know we're here. From when we first come down and I put some bait and they were on it straight away, to now putting a rod in and just being here, they know. You can tell by their body language, they're coming in, they're just not comfortable. They're odd ones taking a couple of bits, but not like it was. And that's just due to us being here, the vibrations, it's got to be crafty. But there's still fish moving, there's a couple of fish coming in now. Well, that's all going on at the moment. There's fish down there coming in and feeding, but I've got loads and loads of caterpillars. Look at them all. Wow, it's a massive nest of caterpillars. They're all just hatching out now. Look at them all. Amazing. Oh, that's a good fish there now. It's in literally a couple of foot of water, not even. It's twisting and turning. Come on. Need to go left. Need to go left, mate. Oh, that's close. That's got to be close. That is right on it. Come on, that's right on it. Right on. Whoa! Wow! God, it's a tarpon. Wow. That didn't take too long. Watched that one pick up the, well, watched him over the bag. Didn't see him pick the bait up, but watched him over the bag. And a big flash of yellow and whoosh, he was gone. Oh, lovely.
Sorry mate, I don't know who's more excited, me or you.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was going to hit the rod.
I've seen the line twitch.
He's tanked off this one. Wow, he's trying to get. Wow. Come on, I don't want him to make the island. Oh, he's made the island, that's for sure. Christ. Right. My God. That was an epic run. He's gone past the island, which is about 40 yards to my left. But the good news is he's coming this way. Come on, be kind. Don't go left. Just the other side of that island now. I can feel it going through the clay. This is not good. Come on. I need him to swim out the other way, otherwise I'm going for a swim.
There he is.
Which side is he?
Yeah, just turn away from the island, I think. Can see him out there, twisting.
Oh, he's right on the ridge, yeah. So I just need to get him past that little clay ridge. There he is, he's our side now. God, dear me. Well, this feels like a good fish, this one. Oh, there we go, he's coming in close now, so I'm going to step out or get Mike to do the honours, one of the two. Whoa. Didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. Come on. Come on. Gently does it. Yes! That's the result, mate. Wicked. Whew. Thank you, Mr. Carp Gods. Oh, mate, that was a hell of a scrap, that one. Hell of a scrap.
And the camo blue shorts
Hey, mate.
done the trick. Maybe you've blended in with the skyline.
Blue's the new green.
Mate, my arm's hanging off holding this camera and this net. Can you either grab one or the other?
Yep, absolutely. Look at that. This one was the one that gave me all sorts of grief. Lovely to catch him though. Awesome. Right, we'll look him in the net and we'll get a couple of snaps from him and get him back, I think. Lovely jubby. There we go. Lovely. Good thing about them barbless hooks, come straight out.
What do you think of the colour of my legs?
I do have to pick some milk up, mate, today. Darcy, that does remind me.
You have to pick some milk up.
Milk up, it just reminded me.
Mate, they haven't seen this volume of sun
Your
for months.
poor legs, mate, your poor legs.
Yeah. I had to change the ISO on the camera, thinking I was getting
Bleach out.
bleach out on the camera.
Whoa, wait. Right, enough of your legs. There's a couple of leeches on him. I'll get rid of them for you, mate. There you go. Well, there we go. Nice 25 pounder. Oh, and I've done everything, the weighing, everything here in the water, because it is warm. The water's getting up to near the temperature where they will spawn at some point. But for now, this one paid me a visit. Lovely jubbly. Thank you, Mr. Carp. We'll let you get back to it. And this fish has always had this from a very early age. Nothing to worry about. But yeah, just cool to look at as well. It's gone really, really, contrast there to the normal colour. Right, mate, let's get you back. I ain't going to stress you out too much. Well, that'll do me. It's clouding over, the sun's dipping in. That's the opportunity gone, but hey, that's nice. I can get back now. A nice little dinner with Claire and the little ones. And to be fair, she'll be none the wiser.
I thought you were going home.
Mate, I was, but just literally walking back to the car, I've just gone up a tree where I put a handful of pellet earlier on the way round, and there's like 10 fish, and they're all big uns, pretty much all big uns as well. Loads of them down there, and they're all tails up feeding on it. So I've got to get a rod in. Got to. This hook's gone on here. I'm gonna have to change this one, but I'm gonna have to be late. I'm gonna have to tell Claire that I've been, I don't know, problem at work, machinery. There you go, machinery problem at work. Well, seeing that these fish in a little bit deeper water, probably about 4 foot of water, and it's a little bit of a tricky cast down to the side. Just going to put a little PVA bag on, because I know 100% that once that's in, as long as I get it in the right area, it's presenting, isn't it? So if I can just thread this through. My eyesight's terrible. Come on, change the old hook, otherwise we'd be fishing by now. Oh, come on, drop the hook, mate. I reckon I need glasses. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nothing too complicated that. Crush the barb down.
Oh my god.
There we go. Wow. Not one of the monsters of the lake, but very welcome. Just the ticket for a quick, well, couple of minutes I reckon, not even. One of the young fish for the pond, doing well. I'll quickly show you him here, I'll get him back. There we go, look at that little one. Male fish. Now do, isn't he? Lovely little patch of scales there. Thank you very much, Mr. Kirk. Let's just see the other side, shall we? Lovely. Right, get you back. Oh, that's better. Well, I tell you what, that was lucky, because that capture of that fish marked pretty much the end of my fishing for a little while, because not 1 week later the fish spawned everywhere, all across, it would seem, the country. This big heat waves come in and everywhere's gone, and including the lakes that I run. So I've shut those lakes now. They're all shut for 5 weeks, giving the fish plenty of time to recover, regenerate, and give them a nice rest. Really, it's great to give them a rest just for a little period during this hot time. But interestingly, what's happening is down here on the farm, as you know, I'm bringing my own fish through, which eventually will stock some of these lakes as well. And about 3 or 4 days ago, the fish were showing lots and lots of activity in the morning. Couldn't quite see where they were spawning. It looked like underneath sort of a weed bed in the lake, but that was a few days ago now, and I'm hopeful if I go down I'm going to find some little tiny pinhead carp, and I've got them dotted in a couple of lakes here. So yeah, I'm going to nip down there and have a look, and then make a bit of a plan. It'd be lovely to bring some fish through, which eventually we'll see hopefully the lakes here on the farm. So I'm going to finish my drink, wet my whistle because it is absolutely roasting out there. It's about 24 degrees today, and get down and have a little gander and get my net and get wet probably. Well, this is going to be exciting, because this pond here was actually all overgrown and really silted up when I took the place over last year, and we've gone in and reinstated it back to its former glory. So it was a total blank canvas, and that gave me the opportunity then to grab a couple of fish from the existing ponds, particularly the scale pattern that I was looking for and the shape and the size, and to put them into this lake to allow them to spawn naturally. And fingers crossed it's happened, because there was a lot of commotion going on. I didn't see them spawn, but hopefully now if we dip the net in, I'm going to find some tiny little pinheads. And it is a bit hit and miss trying to guess which is what's a male and a female, but it looks like hopefully I've got it right. So yeah, very, very exciting. I want to bring these fish through and be self-sufficient on the farm and not have to bring in any fish from any other place. And I've got plenty of fish here to do that. So yeah, really exciting. This pond only filled up probably a few months ago from all the rain that we had in May, so it's a total blank canvas. So first step, let's go and see if anything's happening. We got some little babies. Right, so if they had spawned, they'd be tiny little fry. I can't see anything, but sometimes the best way is just to get in with a scoop first of all. And have a look. Well, there we go. Straight away I can see quite a few tiny little pinheads. So these were hatched a couple of days ago, I'd say. So very, very, very small carp, which is amazing to see. So yeah, fantastic. They've got on with it naturally, which is great. Can't see any in the margin, but yeah, there's fish. If I'm getting from one scoop, if I'm getting 20 or so little pinheads, they're all around the lake. Excellent. Well, that is great to see. As you notice, there's loads of little predators in there. You've got like water boatmen, little nymphs. Everything will be eating these little fry now. So what's really important is to make sure there's a lot of natural food in here. And I can see straight away in here there's not a huge amount of natural food, and that's not surprising because the lake was reinstated only in the winter. So all your natural zooplankton, which finds its way into the water over the course of years, is probably not well established yet. So with that in mind, these fish are looking for food at the moment, and I'm going to go and push that forward by going to a couple of lakes that I know have got abundance of natural food, and I'm going to go and sweep the lakes with me old trusty net. Very fine mesh. This should pick up loads of food items, and then I can bring that back and put it into this pond and just jump start the whole process and get them, you know, self-populating. So before we do that though, I'm going to nip down to the other lake because those fish are I think spawned probably a week or two prior to this one, being that this one's a bit more shaded, and those fry, you probably have to see them in the bucket a bit better. These ones are these are newborns, so I'm going to pop them back. You can see loads of tiny ones, but you won't pick them up on camera, they're too small. But yeah, let's go down and have a look at the other ones as well. But yeah, great news, and thank God I got that guess, male and female was right. So yeah, this one particularly, are going to produce some monster fish, I'm sure, over the years. Right, let's get into the other one. Well, here's the other pond. Now, these would have spawned probably 2 weeks prior to them, and 2 weeks makes a big difference in the juvenile fry world. So they'll be that much bigger. They'll be a little bit quicker, so it'll be harder to catch. But I'm sure if I get in, I'll catch a few. But you might be able to see them in here a bit easier, that's for sure. Right, this is yeah, I can see plenty there. So let's fill a bit of water anyway. Oh, that is lovely. We'll pop that there, and probably the best way. There we go. Well, there's one in there. Trying to catch him is going to be tricky, but I'm going to try, if I can, and get him in my hand without hurting him. They're very, very delicate. Wow, look at that. A beautiful little carp, absolutely perfect in every way. And great to, you know, these fish are only, as I say, 2 weeks ahead of the other ones. So it just goes to say, to see the difference in size is enormous. And what's really important this time of year is to make sure there's available food in the ponds, and everything's trying to eat them. All your water boatmen, water beetles, everything and anything will eat these little juvenile fish. You're just getting big enough to be out of the danger zone and be off the menu for all those little insects and bugs. So yeah, what I'm going to do is put this little fish back, and I'm going to go over to my other lakes, which I've worked incredibly hard over the last sort of decade, and on particularly one of them, to get it really established and get lots and lots of natural food in there. I'm going to take my net, I'm going to sweep the margins in a few little key places, and try and pick up some of this really microscopic pond life for the fish to eat, and then I can dump that in here, and they will then self-propagate. So it's a good exercise to do, particularly in the ones that's been newly dug. Want to make sure there's plenty of food in there available. These ones are probably going to be okay because this pond's been here for decades, and there's probably enough food here because, you know, they've got to this size. There's definitely something there for them. So yeah, lovely to see. I'm going to get over to the lake and see what we can find. Well, this is what we're looking for. I can see loads of it all around this little dead area where there's no undertow. Everything congregates, bit of sun, bit of pond life about. So just a simple case now of sweeping around. And we literally get hundreds and hundreds of these little things. Pop them in there. Well, we found it. There's absolutely gazillions of it now. What's interesting is this really becomes available when the fish are spawned, and everything's tied in. Everything goes in cycles, and as soon as the little juveniles hatch, this is usually available for them. And there's absolutely loads in this little spot here, out the way of the undertows, a little dead spot on the lake, and a bit of sun left alone, and there's loads. So yeah, we've got quite a harvest here. Good stuff. Well, that was a successful little hour, just collecting up loads and loads and loads of little pond life, and that's going to be the fish's food for the next few days, and it kickstart the pond as well, which is more important. So yep, dinner is served for my little juveniles at the farm, but I'm going to take the boat back in a sec, and I've got to go right to the opposite end of the lake pretty much, so who knows, I might see a fish or two. I've got my optics and I've got my little GoPro, so if I see them I'll stick it under. But yeah, lovely to get out in the sun for a quick hour, but it's back to the realities of life, I'm afraid. Well, we got a quick hour and poor old Mike dragged him out of the office just for a quick walk round because time is against us. However, there's got to be fish about on a day like today. So with that in mind, come on then, chop chop. Well, I haven't seen this lake for a good 10 years now, so it's going to be really interesting to see how it's matured. Lovely. Things are a little tense, only because there's about 5 or 6 fish in this little corner. I've walked all the way around and they're just on the end of the wind, so textbook sort of stuff. And I'm frantically trying to get a little mixer ready, just to pop amongst them. I'm going to put a couple of free baits out as well. But yeah, I've got a quick hour, so not long, but yeah, don't get more exciting than this. So these are my trusty 18mm pop-ups. We just take the edges off. And we take this down as small as we need to, but obviously a decreasing casting weight. But I generally, if the fish are a bit naive, you can use a bigger bait, and that's about spot on there. So really simply, we get the hook, and we're going to basically fix that on there. So, where these fish haven't been fished for a lot, it's going to make a little score. So making a little score line just here, just so the hook can sit in there nice and flush. That's it. And then the old trusty super glue. And it's really, really important to get the hook flush to the bait. If the fish is a hair rig, the hook can hang down like that, and that's no good because the fish can see it, and on sunny days it catches the sunlight as well. So just by doing that, keeps everything aligned, and importantly keeps the hook out of the silhouette of the sun as well, because it's going to be shaded by the hook bait. So one thing the carp will be very aware of when they come up from underneath is the silhouette of the hook, because they do tend to be a little bit shiny, but we're sort of negating that. But another little edge is you can just push. Watching the point, just breaking up that line. Right, so there's the hook nicely hidden, and really importantly, when that sits like that underneath, the fish looking up can't see the outline of the hook, and there's no glint off it, or very, very limited glint off the hook, and that's really important. But I'll show you that in the margin. Before I cast out, we'll drop it in and we'll see how that looks. That'll look pretty tempting to a fish.
There he is, just out on the ripple in the dark water.
That's a game changer.
That was a hell of a cast. Oh my god.
That didn't take long, did it? That will do. Oh. Well, there we go, look. That didn't take too long, did it, on the old floaters. Just going to try and hook this fish in the net if I can. Come on, mate. Alright, just going to collapse the net down. Nice and safe in there. Peck's down, good. for a quick little walk round and spotted a few fish in the corner, and this one obliged on the old floaters. Lovely jubbly. And seeing that it's still quite warm and these would have only spawned a few weeks ago, we're not going to hang about and get this fish straight back, but thank you very much, Mr. Carp. Good stuff. Well, that was awesome. In fact, the longest part was walking from the car down to this end of the lake and yeah, getting an opportunity. First cast on the lake. I haven't fished this lake for a long time, and to catch one within 6 seconds of coming back was quite nice, quite special, and a lovely fish as well. So who knows, there might be some more opportunities over the next few weeks, but for now I'm going to pack all this away. I'm a little drenched, so I've got to go and pick up my little Darcy, but yeah, it's good fun to come back and catch a little cracker.
Yeah, I saw it, didn't I?
Well, I really look forward to this time of the year, and this is when the lake reopens. It's been shut for about 6 weeks now. I'd like to give the fish a good break, as guys who watched the previous diaries will know. So a good 6 weeks. The fish have had a lovely break from fishing and being caught, and they're looking spectacular in this clear water at the moment. So the lake opens today, and although it is a little bit about the fishing, of course, it's more about the social side. So yeah, we've got everything set up, so I'm keen to get over there. This bit brings about my end to my fishing probably for a little bit over on Snell's Lake, but I did manage to go back and catch another nice one off the top. Obviously a big fish that's been well spawned out, but nice to get another one, get amongst it. But I tell you what, my legs, I'm being stung over there relentlessly.
Is it all part of the stalking journey?
Mate, that is, my legs are on fire. I can't even feel it. I've been stung so much. This is just another one of a million stings at the moment. So yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? On the old ankle there, lovely. This is hardcore floater fishing.
Yeah, mate, you can actually take it out now. Is it going to hurt more taking it out?
One down. Off a bloody carp. My God, it was hell, but well worth it in the end. But I managed to tuck myself out of the way. I was drawn down in the shallows again, but lo and behold, no southwesterly, and it's now a northerly. And lucky for me, Tom Pollard of Cotswold Rods fame was meant to be in this swim, which I'm in now, but he had to pull out, so he can't fish. So I'm shot in here like a rat up a drain pipe. There's loads of fish about. There's a wind trickling up here. So I'm going to get this rod set up, one rod in the margins, really close, and I'm going to go back to see the rest of the guys and have a couple of beers and that, and also pick some mint on the way back, because I've got a little mojito bar going, bit of chopped ice, bit of Bacardi, lovely jubbly. So I'm going to pick some mint on the way back and enjoy the social scene and try not to melt in this heat.
Stop press. Couldn't not record. You've replaced your footwear for some only can be described as Birkenstocks?
They are Birkenstocks, yeah.
Yeah. What's happened to the Birken Crocs?
The reason is, mate, I've been flying about today doing loads of stuff, and I've totally forgotten my footwear. This is what I had on this morning when I was going in Lidl's and Tesco's and all that, and yeah, I just totally forgot, and I've got to wear these fishing.
Yeah. Fashion statement again.
They're not that. They're durable, but they're not that durable, so I'm going to batter them. But who cares, mate? Who bloody cares? But hope you enjoyed the diary, guys. Sure to bring you everything that happens on the next one, and we look forward to seeing you then. But for now, I'm going to get this bag tied up and go and enjoy in the social scene.
That is officially the worst tied PVA bag I've ever seen, and in fact I'm going to report you to the PVA bag headmaster, Jake Taylor, when I see him in a minute, because he will literally turn over in his grave when he sees that, Mark Bryan. Look at it!
How dare you!
Looks like a baggy wet sock.
Beautiful, mate. That is. It's being cast literally 2 yards. It's like plop. Hey, not casting to the moon, are we?
No.
Casting to the moon.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, I saw it, didn't I?
We'll never turn our back.